Hi, this is Dan again, and the first thing I'd like to do is say thank you very much for purchasing the Pachinko machine. I hope that you have many years of good times with it. Assuming that it got to your place without being damaged, we take good care of packaging them, so we'll make that assumption. Certainly if anything looks broken or out of place, give me a call or email me or whatever, and we'll take care of that first. But going under the assumption that the machine made it and everything is good, this is what you want to do. Before you put any pachinko balls into the machine, one thing that is very important is right here. If you look, it says shut and open, and if you lift up, it is in the shut position. If you push down, it's in the open position. And what that does is I don't know if you can see it I'll try to get it so you can actually see it. And I'm not holding the camera so I can see it, but you see what happens here? It opens and closes that gate. You want that gate closed, which means in the shut position, the switch is up. If you have that in the open position and that's out of the way, when you put balls in it, they'll just run right through the machine and come out. This is mainly for a maintenance issue to get the balls out of the machine. So make sure this is in the upper or shut position before you do anything. So you've got an upper tray, a middle tray, and down here is your exit. With this being a recycler, the losing balls don't exit the machine. I would suggest, though, getting a small little box or something, even something like a Tupperware thing that would fit. This has actually got a bracket for something to have fitted in there. I don't know what it was, but some sort of a little catch box right where this hole is in the frame. Every once in a while, a ball will drop out of there, and you want to be able to catch it in something. Okay, so first of all, you're going to start by placing balls into the upper tray, and initially they're going to run right through the system and down into the middle tray. So you have to get that middle tray to fill up first. Now I'm going to plug in the power supply so that your ball out light comes on, which is up here. It's controlled by this micro switch here. So when this arm is pushing down, it makes contact and lights the light. And when you see it from the opposite side, that says, hey, I don't have enough balls in the upper tray, you need to put some in. So we'll just keep adding balls to the upper tray. Now when enough, okay. All right, now when enough balls go into the middle tray, two things happen. This comes down, takes the pressure off of the micro switch, and turns the light off. It also, this rod here is control. It comes down, and it's one of these. So now that these have weight on them, they're pushed down. It shoves up on this, and this now keeps balls from the upper hopper from dropping in. So occasionally, as this starts to empty, it'll take the pressure off of here. This will drop and let more balls come down in. Now that will happen automatically, but while you're playing, all of a sudden you'll hear the clatter of the balls going from the upper tray to the middle tray. So if you look into the middle tray now, again, well, let me see if I can do this. I don't like to move the camera because I can't see what I'm looking at. There you go. Okay, so there's the line of balls in there. And this can be a lot more full of balls, by the way, but you've got a double line of balls in there. They're going to come down this way here. Okay, we're good. And into the jackpot chamber. Okay, so that's the jackpot chamber right there. Okay, so these balls are the balls that will dump out, ring off the bell, and go out the front of the machine as the machine cycles. Okay, so the nice thing about the recyclers is they're pretty simple in the sense that there's not a lot that can go wrong or not a lot to troubleshoot. So when any of the balls that go in the pockets or the tulips will end up inside of this clear plastic, and they all drop down and run right along the bottom into what's called the seesaw chamber. This is the seesaw chamber right here, this white piece. that rocks back and forth. And when it rocks forward, it'll make contact, turn the light on. That's what happens when you get a jackpot. So the ball comes down, it goes in here. That creates a shift in weight. It then drops. The ball continues down and activates the mechanism in here that releases the balls. This cycles and pushes. This will go down. This would cycle and go back up. So if you ever get a jackpot and nothing happens, most of the time the ball will just be sitting right here, and all you have to do is tip that forward and let it continue on its way, and then the machine will recycle and reset itself. And that's really about the only thing that can go wrong with these machines, is the seesaw just doesn't tip enough. I had a little trouble with this one. I had to add a little bit of extra weight in there to make sure that it did tip every time, which it should now. I've played with it quite a bit and got it to work every time. So that's the way the back is set up. If you were going to empty out the machine and get rid of the balls, you would want to put something down here to catch the balls, and that's what I did. I just put this right here, and then you simply push down on that, which then lets all the balls come out down at the bottom of the machine. When the balls are all in here, these get very heavy. They weigh about 40 pounds empty, but then when you put 300, 400, 500 balls in there, it probably adds another 10 pounds to them. So again, this can have more balls than I showed you. If this does get more balls than it can handle, there's an overflow here, and again, I'll see if you can see, it's right in here. All right, so if I drop a ball in there, and it will come out down here. So if you have a way too many balls in here, they'll start to overflow. They'll come down and they will empty out here. So that's why you do want to catch thing down there so that you've got it. Okay, so let's turn this around real quick. Oh, one other thing. Way over here in the corner, you see this piece right here? This is actually spring-loaded, and there's a pin in here that you can adjust it for different tension, and that controls the tension of the launch mechanism here. Okay. So if when you launch it that you don't feel the ball's going enough, you can add tension, or if you think it's going too much, you can release the tension. So that's what that is. So we'll swing this around real quick. Now we're on the front side. There we go. And what you're going to want to do is start by placing some balls in the upper tray. And the first time you go to launch a ball, nothing happens. It takes one cycle to get a ball into the launch chamber, but I've already done that. And then it's just a matter of pressing down and letting it kind of flip right off your thumb. And you'll get to the point where there we go. Light comes on and the prize of 14 balls comes out. The original ball will come out in the lower tray. This is where the original ball will drop. If this chamber fills up, the balls overflow and come down into the bottom chamber. Okay, so that's why there's two trays here. This shows you can see the balls going into the mechanism. If you do run out of balls and this red light comes on and you continue to launch balls, eventually what will happen is the machine won't let any more balls feed in, and you'll go like that, and it just won't shoot a ball. So that just means you need to put some more balls in the hopper. This right on the back side, and you've got to be a little bit careful because it's kind of near that open and close thing I was telling you about back here. But there is another lever you lift up on, and that's what will release the front door on the odd chance that a ball gets stuck up in here in between some nails or something like that. And there's a release here that will allow this to slide out. So if you ever got balls jammed up in here or something like that, you would open this, press down on this and open that, and that would allow the allow you to get in there and empty the balls. If you do start to run out of balls, the light comes on, you continue to play, there'll be a flag that drops down in this area, and it actually says Nisogen on it. And once the flag's down, you can go like this all day, and it won't launch balls until you put more in the top. So always make sure your top tray is full. That's pretty much a Pachinko machine in a nutshell. Again, any questions, never ever hesitate to give me a call, send me an email, whatever. And again, thank you for buying the machine, and hope you really enjoy it. Thanks a lot.